Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and guys, as I'm making this video right now, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Now, again, this is all rumors. I just want to throw that out there. A lot of you guys are very, very bitter about the trade rumor videos. I don't get it, but whatever. You guys, you don't have to watch these videos. Nobody's telling you have to. I just think it's very interesting that there's these people out there. So anyway, let's get into the video. So this is interesting because we just saw, you guys saw this video last night. If you haven't, make sure to check it out. It was a pretty massive trade between the Blackhawks and the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it seems to have completely blown up the expectations right now in Chicago. The Blackhawks may be going all out. And when I mean all out, I mean all out. So this is from Brian Lawton. Now, some people have their thoughts on his rumors, whether they're truly credible, if he's looking for just that spiky, that super spicy, bitter report out there just to make everybody go crazy. But this is something to look at. So this is from Brian Lawton. In speaking with a few clubs, clear they are watching Patrick Kane's situation closely to see if the trade of Hagel changes the equation. If Kane goes, expect Alex Debrincat to go, or if Debrincat goes, expect Kane to follow. Things are getting interesting. So I don't know how else to start this video other than that, because now even as I'm reading this and saying it to you guys, I'm having a hard time believing that. Now, again, when there's smoke, there's usually fire, and that is the thing that is blowing up right now on Friday night as we get closer to the deadline. It is on Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, but things have gotten a lot spicier with this news. So as guys have fallen out of the race, Philip Forsberg probably not going to get traded, Jacob Chikrin probably not getting traded. We've already seen a couple guys get traded like Ben Sherrod, and things got a lot more interesting. And I think that's because Chicago's thinking to themselves, well, this market has been set by Tampa Bay. If we could get 2 first-round picks for Brandon Hagel, we could get 3, 4, a lot of prospects for Patrick Kane and Alex Debrincat. And I don't know if they're going to be part of our core in the next 5 to 6 years. So why not trade them while their value's still high? And I think that's something that Kyle Davidson and the management team right now in Chicago is thinking. So that is the first report. But we have some more stuff to get to here. This one's kind of interesting. The Ducks have emerged as the front runners for Blackhawks forward Dominik Kubalik. There's been a lot of talk about him getting traded. I would expect a Kubalik trade here over the next couple of days. Sources say Blackhawks are hoping to get a second-round pick for Dominik Kubalik. If the right offer for Dylan Strome came along, Chicago would consider. One source capped his worth at a second or third-round pick. We're hearing more stuff here about Kubalik from David Pajnota. The Penguins, Kings, and Sabres have been linked to Blackhawks forward Dominik Kubalik. So a lot of interest in the young forward, and kind of similar to Brandon Hagel. So I wonder if that price is going to set the market for Kubalik. That's something that we'll keep you up to date on. Now, this is from Emily Kaplan. Calvin DeHaan should get a new home by the deadline. Ryan Carpenter has also garnered some trade interest. Didn't expect either Patrick Kane or Tays to go anywhere. Neither of those players have asked out. Yet again, this is kind of contradictory to what we just heard like today about Patrick Kane and Alex Debrincat. So again, food for thought that people in the last week said they would not get traded. Now, all of a sudden today, they are saying that they will get traded. So just consider this with a grain of salt either way. But the fact that we're talking about those two guys and teams are calling, it's something to consider. So this is more on Dylan Strome. The Blue Jackets have been linked to Dylan Strome. I could see I don't know if they want Max Domi, but I could see that being a good 1-for-1. Max Domi for Dylan Strome. I think at this point, both those guys' value is almost better if you just swap them and see what happens. Again, that's my thinking. Let me know what you guys think of that. But that's something I would consider here if I were the Blackhawks. Just see what you could get out of Domi, because Strome, things have not really worked. See what you got in Max Domi, right? And this is from Ben Pope. The Blackhawks are working and trying to trade quite a few players. Not just Florida Ducks emerged as frontrunners for Kubalik. Nashville has emerged as a frontrunner for Ryan Carpenter, and I do see a fit there. I think there's something to that. We already heard about the Ducks with Dominik Kubalik. That's been on the table as well. And then the Fleury stuff. Fleury is just something's going to come out of nowhere, or we're just going to see it just fall off the map. Because once Fleury announces he's not getting traded, that's really going to change things. But really the only goalie other than Fleury out there that's of any interest really is Jonas Korpisalo in Columbus, and I would say Mackenzie Blackwood in Jersey, but neither of them are they are not the caliber of Fleury. So everybody's really keeping their eye out on the Fleury situation. And this has kind of been a developing thing. So this is from Elliot Friedman. A Marc-Andre Fleury trade is going to come down to if he feels there's a chance to win at a team who can make a deal with Chicago. It's all up to that decision. We believe the Maple Leafs talked to Chicago in response to Marc-Andre Fleury. This is more of a due diligence type, not a serious conversation at this point. I don't think Toronto or Washington are on Fleury's short list or preferred teams. Continually, we've heard the Leafs linked to Marc-Andre Fleury. We haven't really seen anything come of it. The asking price on Fleury is a first-round pick or an equivalent prospect, plus maybe a mid-rounder if Chicago has to pick up a contract for the math to work. We've also heard, which is probably the most intriguing thing here recently, this was today, that we could see Marc-Andre Fleury. He's been linked back to Pittsburgh. This is from the fourth period. The Pittsburgh Penguins have been linked to goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury. So how interesting would that be? A return to Pittsburgh. That would be the ultimate, perfect story, right? That is the perfect end to the movie. He returns to the team he started his career with, got drafted by the Penguins. I just think that is too perfect. And I think that is something to definitely consider. They've had management changes there. The fans obviously love Flower. I could see that really being a fit. The Penguins can win a Stanley Cup. They still have Crosby, Malkin, Letang. Maybe he wants to take one more crack at it with the Penguins. I think that is a real interesting case to look at here down the stretch. And that may be the reason Fleury is still in the conversation, is maybe a trade to Pittsburgh. All right, guys, so we covered a lot. And the big thing is obviously Debrincat and Kane again being talked about. And I just think that is so... It sounds outlandish, but when you talk about all of a sudden, guys you wouldn't have expected to get traded getting traded, it does seem legitimate. And maybe because the price tag has changed and the market has been so heavy toward sellers, teams that are buyers paying a lot, a heavy premium for guys, maybe the Blackhawks are saying, you know what? Maybe this is the year where we just blow everything up. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.